What's up, team? You already know why you're here, because it's track day. It's about 6:15 and it is brisk but nice. As you can see, the sun is starting to pull up. So once we get ready, old Benji here, we're gonna have a little fun. Stay tuned. What's up, team? I hope you guys are hanging in there as we enter this fall/winter season. So just real quick, this video will be split into 3 sections. The first is onboard lapping, the second will be my post-event reflection and future goals, and the last will cover other participants and their vehicles. Now there are timestamps in the description, so you can jump to whatever section that you want to. Now for the track or venue, it's called Speed Vegas. It's a 1.5 mile long road course with 12 turns and a straight that's just over 1,800 feet. Now I attended 2 events, one in August when the ambient temp was 113 degrees Fahrenheit, and the other one was in October where the high was 92 degrees. The runs with telemetry are from October, and I'm experimenting with a telemetry app. So if the telemetry seems a little inaccurate, it's because the data is based on GPS coordinates and smartphone sensors that I have not optimized for the application. I may get an OBD plugin in the future, but I'll get into that later. Enough talking, here are 3 runs and my fast lap from October. So let me explain and show y'all why I give the cars in front of me space. One is to protect myself and my car. The second is that we aren't racing each other. If I put a lot of pressure on the person in front of me, they will probably make a mistake. Now for the other vehicles in Eclipse, the Corvette and the Cayman seem to be a pretty good matchup for Benji. The Vette is a newer Grand Sport and the 718 is the GTS trim. Both cars have sporty automatic transmissions. The driver of the 718 is an instructor at the track, and he wasn't pushing for the last quarter of each lap because he was trying to give me constructive criticism, so that was his focus. Now the Vette driver has track experience and seemed to be pretty comfortable with the car. His advantages were most obvious on turn 3 and a little bit on the long straight. I definitely had to let off the throttle from turns 7 through 11, but either way I think that it'll be a lot of fun to run with those cars again because we all are relatively in the same performance level. So for my fast lap, you saw my driving. It was not great. My lines and throttle control were all over the place. As the day went on, I was able to identify the driving habits and characteristics I wanted to adjust. And for the most part, I was able to improve the drive by lowering the tire pressure and holding partial throttle to keep the turbo spinning. The good thing is, I now know where I can improve in terms of my driving, and I know what vehicle settings that I like to kind of play with. And I'm pretty confident with more practice, I can get into the 108s, maybe the 107s, without changing anything on the car. Now for the telemetry, I use Track Addict. It seems to be a pretty good app. I just have to set everything up better. Having a plug-in OBD2 connector would give me more info with higher accuracy. Now I did have an extra GoPro battery, but the battery drained near the end with the rising ambient temperatures. So I wasn't going to stop mid-lapping to, put a new battery in. My rear-facing camera, which is not a GoPro, decided that it didn't want to work at all when I took it for the October event. So yeah, cameras are expensive, so it is what it is. I'll figure out that later. For Benji, I may have to get some fresh rotors and pads for my next event. They performed really well through both events. They just took a really good beating. With or without an event, Benji needs a good bath. It's pretty bad. But now it's time to check out some of the other cars and people that were at the events. How'd you get the car?
Eh?
Where'd you get the car?
We found it in the desert. It took us 2 hours to dig it out of the sand.
Holy crap. What? That's awesome.
Completely rebuilt it.
How long did that take?
So it'll be 2 years in February.
That's actually a really good time. It took me 3 years to build my car. It's not nearly as cool as this.
She looks the part in here. Well, this man here, 25 years ago, the original owner of this car built it.
Okay.
Won an SCCA championship with it. Then he died. And then he lost track of it. One day he found out where his mate's widow lived. So he went to see her, because they used to be mates 10 years before that. She said, "Oh, Eddie, I'm so glad you come. Barry wanted me to give you the car." So he had to dig it out of the sand and dragged it back to Vegas, and he left it parked up. And he's a Lancia freak, and I was around his place one day and I said, "Oh, I'd love to race one of these." And he said, "Oh, I've got a race car."
Nice. That's convenient.
I said, "What?" And he wouldn't sell it to me. So we dug it out of the sand again and brought it around to my workshop. I said, "I'll pay to bring it back to race ready, as long as I can race as long as I want." So it's been a joint project for us.
That's amazing.
That's pretty cool.
I have a standard one for sale.
And
Donnie.
there you go.
Donnie, this is my first time on this track here, and amazing track, badass experience. My first time on the track, so that was something else. Big difference from playing Gran Turismo and actually doing the real thing.
Yeah.
So, it was badass, man. Loved it.
How you like your car right now? Very nice.
It's good. I'm a little underpowered compared to some of these guys out here because I got a little 4-banger in the Mustang, but I think I'm killing them on the corners.
I got a 4-banger too, man. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not about the, competing with everybody else. It's about the experience and getting, your driving
Exactly.
driving
It's an
skills
amazing
up.
experience, man.
Cool,
Definitely
cool.
recommend it.
Awesome. So how you like it so far?
Sweet, man. It's awesome. It's a great track.
This is your first time on the track?
Yeah.
First time on this track, yeah.
You've been on other tracks?
So I went to the Mario Andretti experience a couple years back out of the Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Okay.
So I've been on that one.
Okay.
So
Go turn this in.
So this is the first time like taking your own,
it's the first time that I've taken this car, my own car, I've had for 5 years on any track, yeah.
Nice. How's it handling so far?
So it handles pretty good. I'm surprised, right? So it's got a lot of power. It's rear-wheel drive, and it spins the tires a lot on the street. I was surprised that it handles as good as it does on the track.
Nice, nice. So it's overall a good experience.
Yeah, like I told the other guy, it's the best day of driving this car I've ever had. So
That's awesome.
I will be back.
All right, cool.
I guarantee.
Yeah, there's another one next month.
Every month for the next 4
So
months.
I have my car in a lap, but I'll be running next month. So hopefully we get some like good footage of you guys.
Very cool.
So how is your car running?
Loving it. It's same thing. It's sticking real well. It's handling well. So happy with it. Yeah.
Okay, so
looking forward to getting the lines down a little bit better.
yeah, so
That's the part of the process, man.
Yeah, that's the challenge, is getting the lines down. Once we get the lines down, it'll be good.
Sweet. Cool. Alright, so we have cool people and cool cars. Now I am still open for featuring more projects for my project videos. So if you want to participate, don't be shy. Shoot me a message on Instagram, Twitter, or in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my videos with people who appreciate motorsports and learning just like we do. And I wish y'all the best in becoming better today than you were yesterday. And last but certainly not least, stay tuned and thanks for watching.